So we was coming out for a walk and the weather is not in our favour, so we thought we'd sit here for a bit. Good morning, motivational Monday from the car. Hey, I've got my friend with me this morning, and then yeah, he's gonna probably keep crying. You've got to stop doing this because it's important that people got to listen. Because it's Monday. It's really nice to be back in the car actually. I might have to get the new thing for there because the other one broke, if you remember. Anyway, today we're going to talk in this video about, sorry about Piglet here, we're going to talk about taking action to make your manifestations come into play. Now what we're not going to do is talk about visualization, because the art of visualization is a massive subject in itself. Obviously, you know, you need to visualize, you need to do your visualization boards and all that sort of thing, or call them whatever you want, dream boards and such like. But this is more to do with, if you remember last week, I said to you Motivational Monday, if you didn't see that, go back and have a look, or I'll try and link the video at the end of here. I said on there, it's not, you know, you can't just wish and the thing's going to fall into your lap. Not going to happen. So what we need to do is to figure out how we're going to take action on what we want to be able to get the thing. And the biggest thing here, and I've mentioned this before on this channel, you need to take the path of least resistance. And some people, I saw something recently, a guru argued this, because he was like, sometimes from taking the path of least resistance all the time, you're not going to learn and progress in life. And I thought, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I don't think I completely agree with it either. It's like, yeah, you do need to learn and grow in life, and we are all going to go through challenges anyway. But I think if you're making a choice about something and you can choose the tough way or the easy way, in relation to manifestations, the easy way is going to be the better way. Because if you're, let me think, can I use this as an example? Right, this boat behind me. If you wanted that boat, be the last thing I'd ever want, but if you wanted that boat and you thought, actually, we could talk about upstream and downstream, couldn't we? So if you was wanting that boat and you was going to go, right, okay, I'm going to get this boat by doing all the hardest things I can possibly think of, that is going to give you the feeling that the journey itself is going to be really tough. Makes sense? So if you was thinking, oh, I'm going to get that boat and it's going to be brilliant because, and it's going to be easy because, just thinking about trying to manifest something, especially if it's something huge, with the difficulty attached to it, it's going to give you all the negative vibrations around it. And what you need is the positive vibrations around it. So you need to think, okay, I want that boat. And when I get it, it's going to be this, this and this, and it's going to mean this, this and this in my life. And that's going to therefore create this, I don't know, better whatever. You need to make sure. This is a difficult one to explain. So at the end of the day, it's all about vibrational energy, okay? We know this now. And if you didn't watch the TED Talk that I shared, I think that was last week, might have been the week before, go back to that video and look in the description box, because there was a TED Talk that was telling you about vibration and what it actually does. And vibration is what everything is about. Even to the point, what was it I was watching yesterday? Oh yeah, about Dr. Berg, who's somebody that I follow. He's a chiropractor and he talks about all things health and nutrition, chronic disease, my kind of thing. And he says in there that melatonin, which is the hormone that you need to be able to sleep, the melatonin is affected by the energy around your bedroom. So if you've got your television switched on, the actual electrical, it's called the EMAs, electrical magnetic EMFs, electrical magnetic forces will affect your melatonin. And he was using, I don't know if you're familiar with science at all, but the insider element is a neutron, a proton and an electron, or several electrons. So you've got the positive and negative of the proton and the neutron, and the electrons are the thing that changes round the outside and round the outside, and they change by your basically the energy within that thing. So if it's a carbon molecule, for example, or a carbon atom, it will be a certain way, and then for that to change into a carbon molecule of something else, or to become melatonin, which melatonin has got lots of carbon chains in it, all that's changing is the energy on it via the electrons. And he was showing that, I know this is getting really quite deep now, but without that change of energy, nothing's going to happen. So you can either choose the good energy or the bad energy, if that makes some sense. So if you're choosing that boat, you want that boat, but you're attaching it to bad energy, you're going to get one thing. Attach it to a positive energy, you're going to get another thing. So in a nutshell, what you need to do to be able to manifest and to begin to take action on your manifestations is to make sure that your energy around it is positive, that your thoughts and feelings are positive. If you're sitting there thinking, I'm never going to get that boat because blah, 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 then you know you won't. It's not going to happen. We've done that one to death by now on this channel. And, you know, like Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right either way. So it is about belief. Obviously taking action on the manifestation won't come if you're not going to take any action if you haven't got any belief in something. And I've been there like recently with all that's going on, and I'm sure you have as well, where you think, well, do you know what, this is never going to happen, should I give up? But don't give up. I mean, God, look at me with my book thing. You won't have known this on this. Oh my God. So okay, in case you haven't seen, because you haven't followed me on the other social media, when the book came out, when I was first publishing the book and I was having difficulties trying to publish it, the latest COVID book, the anthology memoir, in case you didn't know, I said, oh yeah, and that's it, now we're going to get on bestseller status. And I joked about that with a few of my friends, but I joked about it and I left it there. I didn't expect for a minute, and I didn't do any marketing other than it went on Amazon and all the other platforms. So it went on those platforms, and then I went to check where it was at, and it was sitting at number 23 in the charts. The top 100 books is classed as bestseller. I was number 23 without any marketing, without saying to my friends, please go and download a book because that'll put me up in the charts. None of that. It just was there. And I was like, oh my God. I was screaming around the house. I said to the kids, you're not going to believe this. I was like, what? We are at bestseller status. Now, all I did was took that thought, did I believe it? Sometimes not believing it can be the good thing, because you don't attach any energy to it and you let it flow, you let it do its own thing. This video is getting quite long, and I think I've probably made my point. So to take action, the thing you need to do to begin to take action is put one foot in front of the other with the belief, with the downstream mythology. Oh, you know, so you can't be like, right, I'm going to try this, but it's going to be really hard to get this thing into fruition. You just can't do that. Part of it as well is enjoying the ride. So if it's something that maybe it won't ever be a thing, and you 100% know that conclusively, for I don't know what reason, I don't know. I mean, will I fly to the moon? I'm not going to fly to the moon. Why? Because I don't want to. Will somebody force me to? Well, that in my eyes would be torture. So I don't know. There's certain things that you think, no, that's never going to be. But you could enjoy the ride. Like, I might enjoy looking at how people did ride to the moon and how fly to the moon. You know, it's just enjoying that ride and sometimes letting it unfold. And if you don't know what the outcome's likely to be, but you want it to be a certain way, enjoy the ride in the meantime. Put one foot in front of the other towards the thing, behave in the appropriate manner, use your positive energy, and you are going to get there. But you don't know how long it will take. You don't know what the journey's going to be like along the way, but just go with it. Just go with that journey and just see it unfold and have the belief, because honestly, the thing with the book has blown my mind now. And I'm sort of like, I've got all this other stuff going on in life at the minute with the building works and stuff like that going on, and work, like seeing my patients again. I'm starting to book them in again, tentatively hoping that the government are going to say we can go back to seeing patients again. And when that happens, obviously it's going to take me away from my writing time. But not only do I love doing it and I really like helping them, as well as that, it's my business that's my offline business, and it's something that I do really love to do, and it's quite nice getting out in the morning, and you know, yeah, so I don't want to stop doing that, but also I know that I've got to make extra space in my life to make the book thing happen, because it's just there. If that message wasn't clear enough when we put that anthology up, that, oh my goodness, now this is going to be a bestseller, you know, the world's my oyster. I really could take my writing to other levels. And I was talking to my friend the other day, and she said to me, she said, I always knew you'd be a writer, because when you said it initially, she said, I just knew that was going to be a thing that was going to happen. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, so much as I do enjoy doing the health and science writing, which is the online side of the registered nutritionist business that I do, there is also, so some of my books will go down that path about various things, you know, how to make yourself feel better and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't know, it's just, it's a real tricky one to define, because I like telling the stories, but I also really like doing the health and the mindset stuff. So that's why it's all sort of lifestyle. Does that make sense? Anyway, but if you'd have told me when I started university, which was in, I think it was 2014, it was for distraction purposes, as well as I wanted to be a dietitian, but it was for distraction purpose. If you'd have told me where I was at now, I would never have believed you in a million years, honestly. Crazy. So life has its way of showing you its twists and turns, and you just got to be part of that journey and believe it's going to happen. So I wish you a wonderful week. I'm going to try and get another one in the series of the renovations up for you this week, because it's been quite a journey. With the weather has been a little bit of a ball ache, shall we say. Yeah. But anyway, it's going to make for some interesting vlogs. So please give this video, as always, a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please go and subscribe. Share it with anyone that you think might want to hear about taking action on their desires and manifesting what they need and want and wish for. And me and him, look at him, bless his heart, it's actually stopped raining, so we might go and get a little bit of a leg stretch. Lots of love to you all, as always. That man's got some takeaway coffee over there, but I've just had mine. I'll wait till I get home, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.